All right, good morning everybody. Stephen Wagoner, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about body language. Have you ever been in a conversation or in a situation where you can tell it's like when people are talking, they only talk with their hands. Like everything they talk about, it's all with their hands.
Yeah.
That's what we call body language. But of course, with body language, there's several different things that we can actually use body language for and exactly exuberate what it does. It is true that body movements are just movements, but they can tell us some very important things. When being used in conversation, body movements can express in more detail what is actually being said. With our body movements, we can actually raise the importance of that point we're trying to make and things we should actually try to get the audience to pay attention to. We can also draw the attention of our audience, or we can lose the attention of our audience just by body language. Lastly, we can even show exactly how we feel about a particular topic just with body language. With body movements, like I said earlier, we can actually raise the importance of anything that we say. In the book Body Language Communication Volume 2, it tells us that when we are telling a story that we should use more and more gestures in body language, maybe even replacing speaking completely when reaching the climax of what we're trying to say. So basically what I'm trying to say there is that if we're trying to really highlight a point, the best thing that we can do is actually get more flamboyant in our body language. And then not only there, it is important to bring more body language in this time because even our body language can tell the story to our audience for us. So therefore it actually makes the point even brighter. Then we can see that body language can either keep the attention of our audience or it can lose the attention. And from the reading of the text for my class, Understanding Human Communication, we learned that at times we need to stop reading and look at how our body language is appearing to our audience. So of course, I think everybody, when you see somebody with their hands in their pockets, they're all kind of slumped over and they're not really getting into what, it's really boring. It becomes a very boring speech or a really boring conversation. Or if we see somebody with their arms crossed, they get all ticked off look, you really don't want to talk to them. Body language can lose or even attract the attention. If we see somebody that's got a smile on their face or, kind of uppity about everything, that we see that their body language, it's attractive, it attracts us. And that's what body language can do. But our body language can also tell our audience anything that's actually even going on. So we can see that with their body language, it does raise those important things. And body language can tell the audience exactly how we feel about a specific topic. And there's nothing better to me than seeing somebody that's actually emotionally attached to what they're trying to tell us. In the academic paper that I found, Expression, Emotion Through Posture and Gesture, we find that through body language, we can not only change the emotion and show how we feel about the topic we are speaking about, but we can even change the movement. We see all these different movements that's going around this world at this point in time, but yet if we really want to change those movements, we got to be able to get into what we're trying to do and what we're trying to say. And being able to do that with just body language, we can even change the movement. We need to remember the points that we are trying to make, so then we can even express their emotion where it's actually needed. I've seen, especially being involved in ministry and being involved in preaching and going to different events, that you'll hear a preacher make a point, but then yet he goes off on a tangent, goes off on a rabbit trail, more or less to say. And when he goes off on this rabbit trail, instead of the attention drawn to the point that he's trying to make, he got too emotionally attached into what he was trying to say, and the point's completely lost. We need to be able to keep our body language and keep our emotions attached to where they need to be, so then therefore the point can be made that needs to be highlighted. To recap all this, it is true that body movements are just movements, but they can tell us some very, very important things. And then, of course, when being used in conversation, body movements can express in more detail everything that's being said. And that's exactly what we've even covered, is that through body language, we can put emotion into it. We can highlight the actual points that we're trying to make. And then we can even show importance of different things. And then, of course, we can still attract our audience by exactly what we're trying to say. Thank each and every one of you for coming. That's my speech on body language. And just show everybody one more time. Thank you for coming.